Another quick video on my VeganFPV build. On the OSD tab, there's some settings that I change on the right side here. The warnings, RC smoothing failure. I turn this off because I don't use it. And sometimes if you're flying a new drone and you have those stars flashing throughout your flight, and you wonder why those stars, those asterisks are flashing on the bottom in the warning, it's because RC smoothing is checked. So I uncheck it because I told my setup in the receiver tab that I wasn't using RC smoothing, so I have it off here. And on the configuration tab, or what is it set up? Let's see, what tab is it on? Yeah, configuration tab. Down at the bottom, RC smoothing. I uncheck it there also. I don't know if it matters, but I uncheck that. I uncheck it on my receiver tab, and I uncheck it in the OSD tab. It's just a quick note to anybody that's having those asterisks flashing while they're flying a new setup that may be new to ELRS or Betaflight. That's why those asterisks are there, because you have RC smoothing either off or something's wrong with it. Either way, I turned it off because it adds latency to the stick, so, or to the radio transmission, so I turn it off. And the other warnings on this craft, it doesn't matter, but I just turn them off because on these tiny loops I don't have any of this stuff. I may experience with launch control, but I doubt I have a warning for that. ESC, core temp. I normally don't care. I know if you're flying HDZERO, you already know you need to keep your stuff moving through some air. If you're running any type of digital system, you know you need air on it. So once you plug up, launch. Arming disable warning, battle critical, battery warning. That right here, this right here is triggered by, let me save this. So this battery warning right here, that is triggered by your power and battery tab. So whatever your warning cell voltage is here, minus 3.65, it'll trigger that warning to flash on my screen. Now, on my 5-inch quads and my larger quads, I try to set this the same way. However, those quads pull so much power, I'm killing batteries if I leave it like this. So my warning cell voltage for my 5 inches, I have it like at 3.7 or 3.74, and from there it'll bounce back up to 15.8. But if you run them down at 3.65, it may bounce back up to 3.7, which isn't where I want it to be. I want it to be at 3.8. So on my larger drones, I have my warning cell voltage set to 3.74, which is the minimal cell voltage for a cell. If you're doing the math, if you're doing storage voltage, it's 3.8. But just to get the like if you've got a 12 volt pack, you know it's a 3 cell, so you got 3.74 volts per cell, and this is a single cell, so it's okay for me to have it like that because it's going to bounce up to where I want it to be. But on a larger quad, I want those cells up a little bit higher, make them last a little longer. So I set that to 374. And the minimum, once again, is at 3.6. Maximum cell voltage is 4.4 here. On this particular quad, it runs the high volt batteries, which on a full charge are at 4.35. So that gives me the ceiling that I need. And I believe that's it. So we got the motors set. I haven't checked the direction. I'm going to do that off cam. But everything is looking good. They already had the bidirectional D-shot set up. So I just need to go in and check my BlueJ firmware to see what's loaded on my BetaFPV G4 Matrix 4-in-1 board. I was looking on the internet and I could not find anything on the Matrix. So I decided to do a video about it. Let me get this unplugged here. But that little flashing green light there, that's the ELRS receiver saying it's ready to be bound up. Alright, so yeah, this is that flight controller that looks like a cross from BetaFPV. The Matrix G4 4-in-1. I got that because I specifically needed something that that didn't have a lot of features, because I already had the digital HDZERO Eco to put on top. So until next time.